So I wanted to ask you about your childhood in Iran and growing up in Iran. So what was it like growing up in Iran pre-1979?
I have to divide it to two parts. One was my family life and the, political and the society, government. I'm coming from this very dysfunctional family. I never had a good relationship with my mother. And my mother passed away 2 years ago, and I didn't get any closure. And still, I'm angry, and I couldn't deal with it. I'm coming from a large family. There were 9 sisters and brothers. I was in the middle, right in the middle. My father was an architect. He was very artistic. I think I got that part from my father. He was very easygoing, free spirit. My mother, on the other side, was very strict and traditional. She wanted to me, maybe one of the reasons she didn't like me was I always going against her will.
Okay.
She wanted me or other sisters get married, have children, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go to art school.
Okay. Did you go or no?
No, she won. I got married when I was 19 years old, right on the revolution was happening. I met my ex-husband through the demonstration and rallies, and after 3 months we got married because my mother forced me to do it. She didn't like me to have a boyfriend. Okay, I got married against my will. He was the person that I wanted to be, but I didn't plan to marry him. And after the revolution happened, everything was changed, upside down. The country was upside down. And all the freedom was taken away, from the freedom of the choose your dress or free speech, or for women going to some area of the university, like be a lawyer or judge. And the woman didn't have right to get divorced, didn't get the right to leave the country without the consent of the husband. And children was, if you divorced, children had to go to his father. And soon after, war happened with Iraq and was worse. They took my husband to the war zone, and I was pregnant. Because of the stress that I've been through, I lost the child, miscarriage, yeah. And he came back, thanks God, he came back alive. And I got pregnant 7 months later, and I had my son. I was pregnant with my son. He's 42, and my life after revolution was, I don't know what to call it. I wasn't happy with my husband because I didn't want to marry him. And he was very womanizer, good-looking artist and womanizer, and not responsible. He was like just living for today, not caring about anything else. I decided to divorce him, but I couldn't because of the law and, regulation. I left the country. We decided to leave the country because they also dismissed him from the university, same as me. We had no future. We decided to leave the country. We were lucky to got the visa for Spain because both we were artists. As a tourist to visit the museum, they gave us the visa. We went there and we applied for refugee through Red Cross. And we stayed there for 3 years. We separated. As soon as we got to Spain, we separated. And I was working. I had to give away my son to him because it was full-time job, like nanny at home. It was 24 hours, and I couldn't take my son. It was the worst part of my life. Still, I have carrying the, bad memories and, I don't know, traumas from that time. Me and my son, both. And after maybe 2.5 years, my ex-husband decided to come to Canada illegal. We all came here illegal. False passport, illegal passport. Yeah, he came here first. He said he's gonna send money for us to buy a passport, and me and my son come to Canada later. We stayed there another 6 months, but I got a passport. There was some people doing I don't know what they are calling them. I don't remember what the people who doing this kind of the job. Once we got caught in airport, I don't know what was going on that time. Maybe they were agreed to let us leave the country, because after I was arrested in airport, they let me go inside the Madrid.
Okay.
Without taking the illegal passport and my ticket. They gave it to me. They said, it's okay, this time you go, but next time if you want to leave the country, go through another, route or whatever.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, we left Madrid from same airport. And it was 1988. We came to Canada and start living here. It wasn't easy. We got divorced again, final divorce. In Spain we got separated, but here we got divorced. And it wasn't easy as a single mother going to school, working part-time. It wasn't easy. Yeah.
And did you ever go back to Iran since you came?
Yes, I went back 3 times. Once was 1999, maybe 13 years after I left my country. It was good and bad. I don't have any good memory or any things exciting for me. I just went there and saw my family. Everything was changed. I was changed. There was no connection. Because of the hardship that I went through, I was another person, maybe less sensitive, or I don't know, numb, maybe. Yeah.
You were telling me also about your sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second time I went to my country because of my sister. She was living here. She had 2 kids, 2 daughters, and she had problem with her husband. He was very abusive, but dangerous one, passive aggressive. you know, and nobody could, you know, tell what he's doing. He was very sick person, very sick person, psychopath, because he had his own issues. When he was 12 years old, his mother took him to boarding school because they were rich. Her mother wanted to show off to her family, took him to the boarding school, Royal College in England. Nobody knows what they have done to him. Was sexually abused, emotionally abused. He was seriously sick person. And he hated women. He hated his mother, actually, because what have she done to her. But because he couldn't express his hate toward his mother, my sister became a mother figure for him. And he got the revenge from my sister. Now he's doing it, same thing to her daughter. Her daughter is now, again, mother figure for him. And she couldn't do anything. She was so desperate, she committed suicide. She jumped from the window, 6th floor. And that's why I went back home. She did it in Dubai. Because her husband took the girl to Iran and said he's not going to let them come back to Canada. And my sister couldn't do anything because he threatened her, if you come to Iran, because you have a boyfriend now, I can, because he was working with the government, I can take a court order to stone you. And that's why she went to Dubai. It was close to Iran, to get a lawyer to see what she can do. At the end, she got the dead end and committed suicide. And that was the second time I went back home. And the third time I went, it was after 8 months, my sister was passed away. I went to Iran to stay with family because because I lost my job here. I lost my job and I was so depressed. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stay. I said, okay, I'm not working. I don't have money. I'll go there, stay with my family until the anniversary or whatever. And my sister. After 2 weeks I was there, my brother was killed.
You were telling me by the government?
Yes, by the government. He was living in Sweden. He was living in Sweden and was working on his PhD. When my sister committed suicide, he went to Dubai to bring the body to Iran. It was first time for him after 18 years. His family, wife and daughter, didn't like the Sweden. They decided to stay in Iran. My brother loved them, and he decided to get a job and work in Iran and also go to work on his PhD. The job that was offered, still we don't know what kind of the job was, apparently government or related to government. And he knew information he didn't supposed to know. Because they were in a business trip to Germany. In the meeting, he resigned because they wanted him to do things that he couldn't do it. I don't know, spying or something. He was very well educated. He was speaking 3 languages. And he came back to his hotel, took his stuff and came back to Iran. He was so sure that he's Sweden immigrant, nobody can do harm to him. Unfortunately, they did. They took him from his place. And after 2 weeks, we find out that He was in jail, tortured, false admitting to do things that he never done. And he released him. They were playing good guy, bad guy. And after he was released, maybe 3 days prior to leaving the country, he decided to go to Sweden. 3 days before, they called him and arranged a meeting for him. When he came back, he was so disoriented. He was so, I don't know, depressed and speechless. He just called me to my mother's room. He didn't want. He was living in my mom's room because with his wife they had a fight, and she went to his mother. Even he came to my mom's house. I was in Iran that time. Yeah, he told me what happened. They asked him to send him to Europe for spying. And he said, I agreed with them, but I said I could first go to Sweden to collect my life, business, house, everything. And then I come back. And he told me to send his stuff belonging to Canada. And he said, I'm from Sweden, I'm going to come to Canada, stay there. And 3 days later, we found him dead in his bedroom. I went to...
You went to his house?
Yeah, I went to his house. Still one of his hands was tied to the headboard. It was metal headboard. And the other one, there was Mark. I think he was struggling. And there was a holy book, Quran. You know that? Yeah. A stupid book. On his chest. And the foam was, around his mouth. And after that, they gave us less than 24 hours to bury him. They didn't give us any, time for autopsy or anything. They said, go to the cemetery, get the place, has to be buried before 12 noon, according to their stupid religion. And we had no other option. Because, the only option we had to follow the rule. After that, they contacted me. I think our phone was tapped. My brother told me once, but I didn't believe him. I thought he's paranoid because of the things happening. But it apparently was. They called me and set a meeting for me and asked me for any document if he has it. That's all. I gave them some print from the bag he had. And they said, we're going to review this document, and also we are investigating to see what happened to him. They wanted to maybe, cooperate with them. Yeah. They are trying to be nice. After a couple of maybe days, they called me again, asked me to visit them. I went, it was in the lobby of the hotel, famous hotel that belongs to, I forgot the name. And they gave me the print, and they told me that we have an order to deliver to you. If you go back to Canada, you're not allowed to talk about anything about your brother.
Why?
To go to Amnesty or go to Human Rights to find out what happened to him. Those kind of the things.
Did you ever look into it or no?
No.
Huh.
I knew it's going nowhere. A couple of years prior to that, the Zahra Kazemi, famous photographer, was killed in Iran. It was all over the world news, but nobody did anything.
How are you feeling now?
I'm not feeling well because of the things happening in the country. You have, I'm sure you see
on the news.
see it in the news. But the worst part is nobody talks about it. The whole world is silent. Even today, United Nations congratulates Iranian government for anniversary of their, today is the day they came to,
They came to power.
yes. And UN congratulate them. And still the body of the young people is on the ground. Over 50,000 were killed. The body of the girl, they didn't give the body of the girl. They took them in a, what they call it, barn. They gang raped them. And they shot inside their body because nobody can find out what happened. And the worst thing that I heard that it was the body, give it to the dog. Most of the family don't find their, their loved ones. Still they are looking. And over 300,000 people were injured. I don't know why the world is silent. I don't understand.
You were showing me a letter that you wrote to a member of parliament. Did you hear back?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. It's very interesting. Nothing. Even Canadian government didn't announce any statement or anything. It's so sad,
What do you hope now for the people of Iran?
Honestly, I don't have any hope. I hope I hope things turn around, and people get the peace and freedom and happiness. But there is no hope with this kind of the politics going on in the world. One of the reasons, why they ignore them? Because they are carrying the Israel flag. One of the reasons.
In the protests?
Yes. Yeah.
So they associate
because of the son of the Shah. He's allied with Israel government. And his son-in-law is from Israel. One of the reasons.
He married,
her daughter.
Yeah.
Married a Jewish boy. Yeah.
So it makes it more complicated.
Yeah. That is the excuse for them. For Gaza and Hamas, you saw what happened in this week. Universities all were, it makes me so sad and angry. Sometimes I'm speechless because of it. I don't know, I cannot find a word to express my feeling.
Have you been relying on your friends, your Iranian friends in Canada, or?
Yeah, but we are all same.
You all feel the same?
Yeah. We are all depressed, anger. Yeah, we all are same. This Saturday, there is another rally. Last time was 150,000 people. There was just a little news in the media. We'll see what's going to happen. They're predicting, because are coming from all over Canada. They're expecting over 200,000. But it goes nowhere. Because world decided, to flirt with Islamic government. Trump is negotiating. And the other country around my country, like Dubai, Turkey, Russia, they need miserable Iran. They can take advantage. They don't want powerful Iran. You know, the country has democracy, and if they, you know, if the government change, Iran is not going to be same. Turkey economy will go down because right now most people from my country go to Turkey and invest, buy houses for vacation, to go to Dubai and invest lots of money for business, for properties. And Yemen is selling the gas that share with Iran. Iran can, because of the sanction, Iran can't sell it. Yemen is taking advantage and selling. That's why Qatar that become one of richest country in last 10 years. They don't want regime change in Iran. No one is benefiting from that.
You were saying that when you were a child, there was classmates who were traveling to Europe to study different languages.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it was like a dream. Yeah, most of my friends, I was in a private school, and most of them were rich and from elite, and they had the opportunity or privilege to go in for summertime to go to France, England to learn language. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
And even countries like Afghanistan, Turkey, other countries were coming to Iran for vacation because it was like European country. We had everything, club, everything, fancy restaurant, luxury hotel, casino, everything. Yeah, but unfortunately all are gone.
If it was how it was back then, would you want to live there now?
Of course. I couldn't wait a minute. Even my son. My son just know whatever he knows about the country is through internet and family picture. When this movement started, latest, the last one, my son told me that if the regime is changed, I'm not gonna wait for a minute. I'm gonna go there. Because he visited a couple of times. Thanks God, my family are from privileged, not rich, but still are modern and have money. When we went there, my son was treated like a king. He has a very good memory, and he loves the country because of the nature, because of the historic places. It's a beautiful country. I wish that this government leave us alone and get, I don't know, the regime change. You can come to Iran and see what a beautiful country is. You will be amazed of the places that is in Iran. You will be amazed.
Is there anything else that you wanted to share? Anything else on your mind?
Not really. No. Right now I'm very confused. Confused, like all other Iranian people. We all are confused. We don't know what's going to happen. I see the video in Instagram and places like social media. Yeah, a boy was his will was, if I die, please don't hide it from my dog. Bring to my funeral. He has to see, because otherwise he will waiting for me, or may he think that I left him
Aw.
without, you know.
So sad.
Yeah. You know, many thousands of this kind of this story, and all are beautiful, vibrant, vibrant, smart. I can't believe that this generation, how brave they are. They all had their will in pocket or posted in their profile that if I die, please do this. If I die, they knew what they are doing and what they're going through. I'm in shock. Still, I'm in shock. I don't know. I don't believe in God anymore. To ask God to help us. There is no God. If there was,
He wouldn't let this happen. Yeah. Yeah.